Poppa-H. He's been... Yes. Sparrow. Please bear with me whilst I do that. Okay. Let's have a look around. Let's just give you a better view. Tinkering around with it. Ooh, nice creaky wooden... Yeah, okay, so just as a brief intro, what's happened here is I finished my Star Wars Galaxy's Edge thing. I will return to that, and I will start to tweak up some of the bits, and then we'll come back to that. But for the time being, what we're going to do is we're just going to be having a look at some techniques that you can use in your Toybox creations to make your whole pirate island look a bit more piratey. A bit more piratey.
There's nothing like the sea breeze and salt air to lift a man's spirits.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, Jack. So, without further ado, I think what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll put a thumbnail on the stream in a bit, because I just want to get into this and start to show you around, because water in this game isn't very good at all. Well, I'll come back to this bit in a minute. But water in this game isn't very good at all. So I've been playing around with some techniques to try and make it all seem just that little bit better. So let's get on a horse. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a proper video on this. Try and build up a bit more, a bit more in the way of play features, and maybe some more toy boxes that are linked to this one. So yeah, let's just keep on trucking. So you'll notice I haven't got the comment screen on the side there. I will just come along and try and check my comments in a minute. Just gonna go for this. Come on, you guys. Yes. So you can see I've put a bit of fog down there. I don't think you can see it from here. I'll try and dodge the shots. Turtle guy, such. I sometimes regret putting that turtle guy in it, but yeah. So what I've tried to do is to try and diffuse the bottom of the edges with a bit of fog. Now, I've used quite a bit in the special effects generator to try and do that. From up here, it doesn't look as good as it does when we get down to the next section. So I'll just try and get through that, and then I'll start to try and answer some questions once we get going. So I'm going to try and view that separately, so we don't have to see a big black box, because it's quite off-putting in it, but also oh jeez, these are actually pretty tough enemies, I'll say that much. Ooh. Yeah, so what I've done here, so looking at this, looking at the techniques that we've used, tried to multi-layer it so it's a bit more interesting. So as you come down off this wall, and you'll also notice there's a wheel, there's a bit of a nod to Dead Man's Chest. Yeah, I've tried to multi-layer it, so the player has to come down here and then has to and put some cast members in as well, just to make it feel a bit more like home for the pirates. Yes. So let's head down here. So as I get down here, we've got a nice view out to the bay. It's very foggy, granted, but I'm trying to imagine that's like steam. So when I look at the bottom there, I don't see hard edges, I just see this kind of mist, which I was experimenting with, and I thought, do you know what, it kind of looks cool, and I'm not quite 100% certain on it yet, but I think a bit more work with this, I think I could probably come up with something very special, especially surrounding like a naval battle. We could definitely justify having a lot of that in there. But yeah, I'm just imagining that ship coming out of a huge cloud of fog. Oh, somebody's getting catapulted onto the boat. That's a secret trap I put in there. Oh, it's killer fog as well, by the way, guys. If you fall in, you're brown bread. You're dead. So let's have a close look at that eye. He's taking it out for Yeah, so we've put Rigetti in there. He's a handsome brute, isn't he? Check him out. Okay. Oh! Oh, jeez. Okay, right. So we've got Pintel as well. He's walking around. Very, very casual. They do tend to walk into walls. They're not that intelligent as far as AI goes, as you can see. Let's just shoot him a bit. Alright. He must have the cursed pirate treasure because it's not harming him at all. There's Gibbs. I think we'll leave Gibbs alone because he's a nice guy. So yeah, as you can see, what we've got here, we've got a bit of an approach through the docks. Oi, you're sabotaging my live stream. Come on, pack it in. And there they're all. Yeah, now I did have a load of townspeople in here, but I think they've been catapulted on board the ship. Sometimes they walk into the deadly sea. The stranger tides, which are now covered in fog. Have that. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, I've been quite busy. I'm trying to make a nice port area that's a bit more interesting than the usual kind of flat toy box you might be inclined to try and do. If you start at the water level and work your way up, you'll be surprised what you can come up with. There's all sorts of piratey stuff. It's not always in the pirate section. Sometimes, like the bridge we've just come across up there, that was in the treehouse section, for instance. So all these castle walls, they're brave castle walls. That's an Aladdin market bazaar, I think. You know, sometimes you just got to think about, you know, about stuff that would look all right in there. Oh, jeez, getting mullered. Okay, right. So as you can see, I've tried to put a lot of features in this, and the toy box is nearly maxed out for all the little features. And this here, let's just get wand out for a minute. We'll just give you an example. Look where that is. It's in the treehouse section. Okay, so I'll just go along. I can always change it, but you can see there's balconies, there's treehouse windows, and if I look over here, so rotate that around. Look at that. Okay, so you can see it is possible to make a really cool looking fort. The only thing, my only gripe with doing any kind of port, is that the water is just it's just not there. I mean, yeah, and there's that bridge. It's got a little bit of detail hanging off the bottom of it, so that's kind of cool. I like that. So what I did is I made it look like it's got a bit of a sag in the middle and put the enemies that spawn on there, so you've got to fight them whilst you're on the bridge. It just adds a bit more kind of, you know, a bit more pizzazz to it. Again, so as you're looking at it, it actually looks really nice. And if you can ignore the fact that there's like Lilo's house up there with a it looks like, is it a Volkswagen Beetle? I'm not sure, but yeah, we've got, if you can ignore that as the sky, it is a very good sky for Pirates of the Caribbean, just looking at that way, because the only one we have really got is the open sea sky, and that isn't any good for me, unless you're doing a naval battle. It's no good. Yeah, so you can see we've got loads of stuff in there that could be nice. Mostly the trees are Pirates of the Caribbean trees. I haven't really gone too fancy pants with that. Let's have a look and see. Okay. Yeah, guys, at the moment I can't see the live chat, so don't, you know, put the comments in and I'll come back to it in a few moments. Just having a bit of a scan over this area here. So I've got some guards, and when I hit that button, it changes Jack to yellow team. So they will come and try and, if you go near them, they will hit you. But I didn't want to have a full-on army in there because it's just a bit too much on the memory. As you can see, there's nothing at the back here. Try and trim it right down. And these are those Briar Trees, which you can get in the Fantasy Terrain cluster, if you like. and you can screen areas off, so you don't actually see quite so much of all of that, which saves you building a huge mountain there when you don't really need it. So you can just screen it off. And if you wanted to, you could also put a scalable block there to stop the player actually just walking out and dropping off. I haven't done that here, but it is possible. So so yeah, I need to show you a problem I've got with Davy Jones. So I'm just going to go do that, and then I'm going to come back, have a little quick pause, and just try and go for any questions that might have arisen from any of that. Okay, let's go. Oh, where's he gone now? Oh, so this is my reset, because I am still kind of working on this, but this is just positioned enough that I can just double jump. Now bear in mind, Jack is a 1.0 character. Ha! Check it. Oh, see now, Davy Jones drops in from above and he lands there. My problem is Davy Jones, let's bear in mind he's not meant to go on land for 10 years, wants to go to land by the look of it. He will fire at me while I'm on here, but if I just nip past him, it's like I'm not even here. So I'm not so sure how I'm going to fix that. So, you know, if you guys have got any ideas, then let me know. I'm going to blast you. Oh, look, now he's... yeah, now he's fighting. Make your mind up, dude. You've been on the rum. You've been on the rum.
Get out of my sight, Jack, before I sick the crack.
Call the cracker. Do your worst. Shoot your peg leg. Now. Oh, I say that. That's the first time he has turned around to fight me. So I must have done something in my last tweak on this. I must have done something. Avast me, Hearties. You're gonna get blasted. Up the butt. That's cheating a bit, really, isn't it? But we'll put him out of his misery. Nice view. Nice view. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just park Jack up for a minute, so I can just check my my comments, see if there's anything coming yet. Okay, so bear with me a moment while I do that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see that house up there, it's not ideal, but you have got trees and you've got mountains. Like, if you look at it in that way, the goods outweigh the bad, really, for me. And yeah, I really do think that it's worthwhile, if you're doing a Pirates of the Caribbean, is to consider the sky. I think it's called Lilo's Tropical Paradise or whatever, but it is very much worth considering. So so yeah.
It's high time I do something useful.
It's high time I do something useful. Yeah. So let me just go into here. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I'm just going in just to I'm trying to view this on my phone so I can take that horrible black comments bar out, because that just takes up so much of the screen. It takes up like a fifth of the screen just for that. So really do just want, I'm gonna just upload my thumbnail whilst I'm on here. So yeah, another thing, whilst I'm doing that, actually I'll just show you, if you don't use this pirate ship, or you haven't unlocked it yet, it's got a nice little feature and you can swap. So I've got like a telescope cannon. I've got it's a bit like a Mulan's fire cannon. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's good. Then if I swap that again, I get like this weird skull cannon. It's yeah, it looks nice. Okay, so now we've been Jack Sparrow. Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe I'll go and go and grab one of the other characters, but Jack Sparrow is by far the best Pirates of the Caribbean character, in my opinion. Well, I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, very, very good. So I'm going to go into Spark mode again and just show you a bit more about this, because I just seem to be having some problems with my phone at the minute. Just let's have a look and see. So those are just Pirates of the Caribbean buildings there, guys, all arranged in such a way. It's reasonably kind of straightforward. Once you get that wall system in, and that's the Brave wall. Let me just select one of those just to show you which building set it's in. So it's in building set group 6. I'm just going to plonk that back there. So you can see you've got a vast amount of lots of castle type parts. So you can see where that was. That was up at the fort. Now the fort is one of the slightly trickier bits. You can arrange your town just how you like. You can elaborate on that a bit more if you like, but some of the cool features of this, and it's not a very big one, so it wouldn't take you very long to put something like this together, and the enemies are just on an enemy spawner, so it's not like it's too technical either, but the fog, you want special effects hooked up to a load of locators for that, and that does take a bit of time, but all you've got to do is just set that off from a trigger zone. See that trigger zone in the gateway there? Well, that triggers off all the fog. So yeah, let me just show you where that is. And I've got quite a lot hooked up to one. Underneath here is the secret zone. So yeah, so I've only got one enemy spawner, and that covers like well, one enemy wave generator, should I say? Let's get it right. And then we've got a lot on this one. Let me just go into the properties of that, because one, two. So we've got about 23, I think I counted there. Oh, I'm not doing it to be precise, but got about 23 locators hooked up to that. So don't be shy, guys. You can hook up quite a few to those. Always save your work, especially just before you try and tackle anything that you think might be a bit sort of touch and go. Then make sure you save regularly. But if you've got a certain action, it's also worth noting that sometimes you have to save before that action has started. So I've put that reset button in there, and that's mostly for testing purposes only. But when I finally feel I'm really happy with this, I will remove that button. So you just literally come in, fight Davy Jones once, and then maybe onto another toy box or something like that. So so yeah, we'll put a bit of a lagoon up here. It's somewhere to feed the horses. Oh, well, let them have a drink even. But yeah, this is something I want to try and go into. Trying to make decent Pirates of the Caribbean maps. Bear in mind I've not got 1.0, so I've got the characters, see, and I've got no way to play with them, or no place to play with them in. So yeah. Okay, cool. So it's only really a quick stream today, guys. Just want to show you that, and that's the Pirate Road. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, you can set your theme so it's nice cobbled, bit of sand on the edges. Giving a bit of consideration to like the aesthetics. Once you get out here and you look back, that tree kind of covers that house a little bit. Do you know, like it doesn't bother you all that much because it's screened off. The only thing is they put that so high up that it's hard to screen it. But yeah, I mean, you could build higher if you wanted to, but I felt that I wanted to put more detail in it, as much detail as I could with the memory I've got. So you could go more. You could let me just, if I come out of that spark mode for a minute, you can see on the right hand side I'm quite high on the items on that side there, so I don't really want to push it too far before I start thinking about doing a new toy box. So yeah, but if I go up here, look, I did promise you I would show you. Where am I? Oh, yeah. did promise you that I would show you what that does with those guards, so I'll do that now. Just when you need a horse. Let's have a look. Quite possibly the worst pirate which I've ever heard of. Worst live stream ever. But yeah, I will check out the comments, guys. I think I'm probably going to knock this one on the head after finishing this little bit. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. I am doing stuff. I am creating stuff, and if you fancy building something like this yourself, I will maybe go into this in a little bit more detail. But do hit it up in the comments. Don't forget to slap a thumbs up if you like this map, or even if you like the fact I'm doing live streams. Now that really doesn't want to go. Ah, it's done it now. See, that one's a bit buggy. I might swap that out. See, this is a work in progress. But oh, Jack Sparrow's run. Yes, got to see that. As I've finished up the Galaxy's Edge thing for the time being, now they're going to get mad and try and hit me. Well, they know Kung Fu. I'm surprised they can do that in those costumes. They're not very tough. I'll let them hit me. Oh. Go on then, do your worst. But they will be destroyed. The weird thing is that they don't have any kind of effect when they get destroyed. There's no sort of... Yes, it's a bit sort of underwhelming, that is. That's why I didn't show it straight away. But it's the sort of idea that you can put into it. And there is a guy up here. And they're not set to any team, so I can go up and see him. There's Commodore. The Commodore's here. Now I have saved it, so I don't care if I kick him or put him out position. Yeah! And I've got a load of horses in the stables, and that's probably where you would put them, guys. If you had a fort, you'd have a stable of some kind. And off period, you might kind of have a horse and cart, but in this game you don't have horses pulling it, you just drive it like a car. Go for it. Yay. Oh! Oh, it spawned me and the vehicle back up here. Oh, sorry, horse. Oh, but now we've got enemies. Okay, now this could get fun. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so if you did decide to do that, you have got to be a bit more careful than I just was. So, yoink. Oh. Okay, so yeah, you can see this game can be a lot of fun. And now this is something I just rustled together in the past few nights. I just thought, you know what, I've finished my Galaxy's Edge. Let's see where I go. I really fancy doing something for Jack Sparrow. I think he's a really cool character. Love the movies, and I think it's a shame that we didn't get more in the way of water, because... But if we start thinking inventively, we start thinking, well, you know, let's build the caves, or something like a cave network. And the problem with that is that they all look very generic, but if you change the floor and you put the floor on like a path, you might be able to do something a bit more interesting with the fact that you've got less room to move and that kind of thing. And that's what I was thinking of. So, like seeing Professor Toybox's treasure cave for Aladdin kind of made me think, well, I'm sure we could implement some of those items at least to make the cursed treasure scene from Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I think that would be a really cool scene to do. And with a bit of this fog, and with the Cursed Pirate Power Disc, which I have ordered, I'll want to try and see if we can do something fun with that. Thing is, the only thing is that the enemy Barbossa is like ridiculously huge. His head is humongous. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. No, you could have him to be subtly larger than a normal character. I can see where they were going with that, so you can clearly determine that it's not Barbossa playing. It's Yeah, we're just going through this again briefly, but oh, and here we go. Let's see if he turns on me this time. Come on, turn, face me, face me. Yoink. That'll throw him off. Hey, how's it going? Today will be the day you'll remember. It's the day you nearly caught Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'm going to shoot you with a cannon. Well, which one should we use, guys? I'm not so sure. Let's go for this one. That noise is very futuristic for a cannon. Ooh, got him in the shoulder. Peg leg. Okay.
Ah, fancy seeing you here.
Fancy seeing you.
I'd much more fancy it if you weren't. Here.
Okay. Yeah, so I can't really think of a way, really, to consistently make him not do this weird running thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. I don't see why that is doing that. What I might end up doing is swapping him out just for his minions and then fight him on another map. Maybe even make his little quarters on board the Flying Dutchman with the organ, and that'd be cool. Oh, he turned at me there. He turned at me. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video.
Mr. Jones, your fishy odoriferous pungency preceded you by 5 days.
He's definitely been hitting my rum supply. So, yes, I'm going to just attack him. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to attack a cannon. That pistol looks so tiny in his hands. Haha, man overboard. Yes, that's pretty cool. Alright, nice. So yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame about the house up there. But it's, you know, swings and roundabouts is one of those things. I think I'm going to knock it on the head there, guys. I don't think I've got much else to show you with this one. But you can see, nice little pirate town. I've called it Port Royal. It is my attempt at Port Royal. So yeah. Nice cannons guarding the city. Or city, town, whatever you... Ah! Killer fog. So we've got killer fog, and I might end up trying to push that a bit more. Just to see, because... See, when you're down here, that kind of looks alright, kind of. You can just about see a bit of blue through it. But what I don't want to see is the hard edges. Just... You can see that hard edge there. It's not blending in very well at all. The only problem is it is sunny. It's a real sunny day. You might get a bit of a morning mist, you know, you never know. So it's better than without, that's for sure. So yeah, maybe that's something you want to explore yourselves in your own version of this. Now last night I have been trying to hit Twilight of the Republic and unlock some stuff. I did manage to unlock that ARC 170 Starfighter, which was kind of cool. So yeah, I am busy. I am trying to make stuff. But I would appreciate your ideas as well, guys. I really would, because you can get creator's block, and I think I have got a little bit of creator's block. I usually do have a lot of ideas, and this is just one of them, I suppose. I just really fancy doing it because we've got 3 characters and no one. Well, on PS4 I haven't got 1.0, so yeah, it's kind of a nice way to just make a bit of a hangout place for them, which could evolve into something a lot more. So if you want to see more of Pirates of the Caribbean, and you want to see just what else I could probably do with it, I would really appreciate your feedback and your ideas. Just to, yeah, if you can let me know a scene or let me know something like that. yeah, give me a scene to build and I will try my best to build it. I think it's kind of cool that we've got these guys as well, because they do kind of make this port feel alive. So before I go, I'm gonna fill this full of dudes. I'm having a struggle. Sorry guys, I will read your live chat back afterwards. All I can put in. The bearded lady, where's she? She's an anomaly. Where's she? She is there somewhere. Okay, so what you got to imagine, guys, is maybe if you just wanted to build the fort on its own, I don't mind slapping a load of these guys in it. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game whilst I'm live streaming, but now it starts to look a bit more kind of oh, they're all starting to move around a bit. Ooh. Okay, so now you've got another fun way to enjoy yourself. I'm not so sure they'd have had parachutes, but yoink. Yeah, so now the whole place comes alive. Look, I'm going to charge through on my horse, and then I'm going to come off the live stream and sort the thumbnail out. I'm a bit of a live stream noob, as some of you guys know. But it's about the best way that I can put stuff out at the moment, because I'm a bit strapped for time. I'm sorting stuff out going on in my life at the moment. So yeah, I'm struggling just to grab a few moments here and there. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind. Charge! No, it wasn't the most technical video of all time, but yeah, hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. You can take that away with you, and if you fancy building something for Captain Jack Sparrow, and I quite like this one, and I've started to just play on it just for fun. So the more I play on it, the more I will probably end up tweaking it and doing stuff to it. So. Okay, so with that said, let's just see that view one more time, because I really do like that view from the castle. The fort. That is cool. And away. Yeah, you can see why I needed the fog. Right, okay guys, I'm wrapping it up there. Thanks for joining me. I will go and check out those comments, and I'll see you next time. And I'll press the right button.